Welcome to a look into the Silver Spurs murder trial, a compelling case that unfolded in 1999 in Lubbock, Texas, featuring the legendary defense attorney Richard Racehorse Haynes. The key players include the defendant, Clement Boudreau, and his defense attorney, Richard Haynes. The prosecutor was D.A. Lila Mendoza. The incident, a tragic barn fire, occurred on August 12, 1998. Clement Boudreau, a 34-year-old quarter-horse trainer, was charged with manslaughter and aggravated assault. The charges relate to a barn fire at Silver Spurs Stables, where fellow trainer Rex Martinez was killed. The fire erupted at 2:17 a.m. on August 12, 1998. The victim, Martinez, was found dead in stall 4. The incident involved allegations of sabotage, rivalry, and arson, and 2 other individuals were injured. The stakes are high. Clement Boudreau faces significant prison time if convicted, potentially over 25 years. Defense attorney Haynes returns for one of his final trials, opposing D.A. Mendoza, who seeks justice for a community shaken by betrayal. Clement Boudreau, the defendant, was the Louisiana-born owner of Silver Spurs Stables. He was known for aggressive tactics and a volatile temper, setting the stage for a tense trial. The victim, Rex Martinez, was a rising star in the quarter-horse circuit and Boudreau's former friend turned rival. Martinez allegedly threatened to expose Boudreau's doping practices, providing a strong motive. D.A. Lila Mendoza, the prosecutor, sought justice for the community. The prosecution argued that Boudreau intentionally set the fire. She faced the formidable Richard Racehorse Haynes. Defense attorney Richard Racehorse Haynes represented Clement Boudreau. The defense focused on the fire being accidental, caused by faulty electrical wiring, in one of Haynes' final trials. Mendoza's theory centered on Boudreau's strong motives, including rivalry and financial ruin. The prosecution alleged that Boudreau intentionally set the fire and trapped Martinez inside the burning barn. The prosecution argued the arson motive was professional rivalry over horses. Evidence suggested Martinez confronted Boudreau before the fire, and Martinez's body showed defensive wounds, indicating a struggle. D.A. Mendoza's prosecution style was direct and methodical. She framed Boudreau as calculating and remorseless, arguing he intentionally trapped Martinez to seek justice for the community. The state's key evidence included accelerant residue near Martinez's stall 4 and Boudreau's fingerprints on the fuel can. Surveillance footage showed Boudreau entering the barn shortly before the fire, which a fire investigator determined had a suspicious origin with 2 ignition points. Prosecution witnesses included stablehand Maria Torres, who witnessed an argument between Boudreau and the victim. Fire investigator Lieutenant Griggs confirmed arson, and veterinarian Dr. Langston testified on horse injuries from accelerant exposure. Stablehand Maria Torres was a key witness for the prosecution. Her testimony confirmed a heated argument between Boudreau and the victim right before the tragic fire. Lieutenant Griggs confirmed the fire was arson, identifying a suspicious origin and 2 ignition points. Accelerant residue was found near Rex Martinez's stall 4, and there was no evidence supporting an accidental electrical fault. Veterinarian Dr. Langston testified that the horse injuries were due to exposure to the fire's accelerant. This testimony was crucial evidence for the prosecution, supporting the argument of intentional arson. The fire investigator determined the fire's origin was suspicious, with 2 distinct ignition points. Accelerant residue was found near Martinez's stall 4, countering the theory of an accidental electrical fault. During cross-examination, Haynes claimed the fire was caused by an electrical fault, which was not supported by evidence. He suggested the victim died from smoke inhalation, not the fire itself. In a pivotal moment, Haynes cross-examined Lieutenant Griggs, challenging the prosecution's timeline. He revealed missing maintenance logs and questioned the assertion of 2 ignition points, visibly shaking the jury. Haynes' trial style was theatrical and instinctive, often using metaphor, humor, and surprise. He frequently converted prosecution witnesses into assets for the defense. Haynes' defense strategy argued the fire was accidental due to an electrical fault. He focused on technical defects in the stable wiring, suggesting the victim died from smoke inhalation. The defense's key evidence centered on proving the fire was an accident, not arson. The focus was on technical defects in the stable wiring, arguing the fatal fire was caused by an electrical fault. Defense witnesses included Clem's wife, Jolene Boudreau, who described his panic and rescue efforts. An electrical engineer also testified, confirming the possibility of faulty stable wiring. A defense electrical engineer confirmed the possibility of faulty stable wiring. This supported the defense's argument that technical defects caused the accidental fire, rather than intentional arson. The electrical engineer's testimony confirmed the possibility of faulty stable wiring, central to the defense's case. The defense argued the fire was caused by an electrical fault, dismantling the arson claim. Jolene Boudreau, Clem's wife, testified about her husband's panic and rescue efforts after the fire. Her testimony focused on his reaction to the fire, serving as a defense witness. Boudreau testified, denying intentionally setting the fire, despite admitting to an altercation with the victim. He insisted the fire was caused by an electrical fault, claiming he entered the barn right before the fire started. In the prosecution's closing argument, DA Mendoza summarized Boudreau's motive, driven by financial ruin and rivalry. She argued the evidence supported arson and that Boudreau intentionally trapped Martinez. Haynes' closing argument emphasized that the fire was an accident caused by defective stable electrical wiring. The defense claimed no evidence supported intentional arson and suggested the victim died from smoke inhalation. The jury deliberated for a total of 8 hours before reaching a verdict of not guilty on all charges. Clem Boudreau was acquitted of both manslaughter and assault, marking a major victory for defense attorney Haynes. Clem Boudreau was acquitted of all charges, an immediate and major victory for defense attorney Haynes. The jury's not guilty verdict on both manslaughter and assault concluded the high-stakes trial. The Silver Spurs trial marked a final triumph for Richard "Racehorse" Haynes. As he said, in Texas, justice isn't just a verdict, it's a story, and this one still burns.